Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Maya. I have a haul to show you today. So this is, well, a few of these items I just purchased and I'm waiting for 3 more items to come in the mail. But it said it was going to be delivered like 4 days ago and there still hasn't been an update. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get those products. So hopefully if they come before I post this video, I'll add in a clip at the end where I talk about it. But if I don't, I'll probably be back with another update, haul update for you. Half of these products I purchased in the last week, and then half of these products I purchased I think sometime in February or March. February is when my husband and I got married. So I bought a ton of lipsticks. So I'll just share with you those lipsticks today, and then I have some bronzers from like an Instagram brand called Vesca, and a highlight, and a ton of Chanel blushes, some Tom Ford. So I'll just tell you right now what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the Tom Ford bronzer in the shade Terra. I'm also waiting for, what was it? The Chanel blush in the shade Jersey, and the Chanel Water Fresh Tint in the shade Medium Light. So I'm waiting for all of those things in the mail. I also, after picking up these blushes, I think I might pick up 3 more. I know that's excessive, but I'm obsessed with the Chanel blushes. I am not a blush person normally, and all of a sudden I'm into blush. I have become less obsessed with bronzer and more obsessed with blush. I think it's because I'm barely wearing any makeup. So right now all I have on is YSL Touche Clock Concealer. It's somewhere behind me. Yes, right here. This is the Chanel Touche Clock Concealer. It's in the shade 1.5. I like this concealer. It's very lightweight. It's perfect for what I need. I don't mind shadow showing through a little bit under my eyes because I kind of like that natural shadow that people get. And I love like that kind of pinky, salmony, peachy color that people get around their eyes. I think it's so beautiful. So yeah, I love to just have the natural shadow showing through. This is perfect for me. I still like the Tom Ford Emotion Proof Concealer, but during the summertime I feel like it's like a little too heavy. This is a little bit lighter. Some days I just skip this altogether, not wear any concealer. I think I forgot to put concealer on yesterday, but then other times I'll just go in with the Hourglass diffused light powder just under my eyes, and I'll apply this with my finger anytime I apply it. Even if I set a concealer, I'll apply it with my finger. This is the second one I've gone through with only using it under my eyes. That's how much I really love this color and love this powder for under my eyes. I don't like applying this with a brush because I find it looks dry and cakey, and I'm not sure how I feel about the other ambient lighting powders on my face. I feel like they sit strange on my skin and they kind of look powdery and dry. I know they're not supposed to look dry, but for me on my skin, like, I don't know, I just prefer other powders for the face. My favorite powder for the face is from Burberry, but they discontinued it, so I don't know what I'll do. I do have lots of backups though, so I don't have to worry about it for too long. So I guess what I will go in with first is eyebrow gel, because I have the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel in the shade Taupe on my left side. And you're thinking, taupe? How do you get away with that color? Well, my hair is a lot lighter than my eyebrows. My eyebrows are black, and maybe you can't see in this lighting, but in person my eyebrows are so black. They're so much darker than my hair color, and this is my natural hair color, but I don't know why it's like all these different colors. Like, I'll find like a blonde hair, a red hair in my hair, so it's always been like difficult to match my hair. And I like when people wear like darker brows when they have lighter hair, but for some reason on me, like it just looks a little strange. I might actually pick this up in the shade Granite as well. I prefer like ashy tones, and that's why I chose taupe over like chestnut. Chestnut was a little too well, it was a little too warm in the swatches I saw online, and I couldn't swatch this in person. With COVID still going on, you are not allowed to touch makeup in the store. So I just ordered whatever shade I thought might work. And this works fine. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Sometimes I feel like it looks like there's makeup in my brow. Like, you know how that it looks like when you have like a powder in your brow or something. I sometimes feel like that's what this looks like, but this is, I mean, I would love your opinion too. Do you think that I should go darker for my eyebrows? I know they have a shade Espresso, which is like a dark brown, like a brown with warm tones, and then Granite is like a dark brown but with like cool undertones, and I think the Granite might just work really nice with the shade of my eyebrows. But I'm so confused with my hair color, so confused. So I'll apply this, there's nothing in this brow, so I'll apply this brow gel in this eyebrow. One thing I do want to say about this is it feels very pomade like. So this is called a gel, but my previous ones that I used to buy was the Anastasia brow gel, and I always used to just buy it from Ulta when it was like half off during those like beauty sales or something like that. And I've never really I've loved brows, and my favorite brow product used to be the Makeup Forever Aqua Brow when I was like super into like a thick like Instagram kind of brow, but I would make it sort of natural looking. That's the product I would use. It just takes forever to do now, and I love how easy this is. It kind of like fills in the sparse areas and also holds my brows in place. My brow hairs are long, they can stick down, they do crazy things. The thing I don't like about this is the matte effect it gives to my eyebrows. They look very matte, and when you apply it, it feels weird in your hair. I guess I'm just not used to it. I'm used to that Anastasia brow gel, which feels like it kind of gives your eyebrows like a wet look, and I still want that look. So if you know a good brow gel that gives a wet look that's not Anastasia brow gel, I'm kind of over them, but if I have to go back and use them, I will. But I do like this product. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm just gonna apply it lightly because I've been doing it pretty intense, and that's when I feel like it looks the most like I have powder in my eyebrow, and I'm kind of sparse in that area where I was focusing on, so I'll just like press to my skin a little bit harder so that the product goes on my skin, and then everywhere else I'll kind of just like brush it through. And I love this applicator, but I'm not sure about how it feels and how it looks. I like it. It looks very natural. But I really like that wet looking eyebrow. I know that's strange, but anyway, I do really like this. And I feel like it lasts all day. It has a good hold for my eyebrows, but sometimes I'll get like one strand of hair that sticks like straight down, and it doesn't happen with my Anastasia brow gel, but it does happen with this, and it kind of hurts a little bit, you know, when your hair turns. And so that's kind of strange, but I've been liking this. I like it enough that I kind of want to try it in another color to see if that's what makes the difference for me. So I'm liking that. Also, if you know of a good clear brow gel that gives a wet look, please let me know. I'm looking at the Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom Universal. I might buy that too. I'm buying so much stuff. Anyway, the next thing I bought was I was at the Chanel counter yesterday buying a lot of blushes. I bought 4 blushes in one day. That's insane. That's insane. Anyway, I had Nordstrom notes, and then yeah, there was a discount on Chanel when I purchased because these stores had just opened where I live, and they were offering in-store discount on like beauty products because Macy's was doing it on all beauty. So all the beauty that Nordstrom carries that Macy's also had was on sale. So that's how I got the discount on Chanel, and I figured there's never a discount on Chanel. You can go crazy. So I bought the Chanel Inimitable Intense Mascara. The reason why I got this one is because it is in the shade brown. I was looking for a brown mascara. Sometimes I feel like black is a little too harsh, especially because I've been wearing my makeup so natural. And I really like this mascara actually. And the shade is pretty good. It's like a cool tone brown color. It matches like my hair, my eyebrows. But I'm looking for a brown mascara with a like mahogany undertone, like sort of like reddish warm undertones. So if you have one that you like, please let me know, because I'm actually really loving brown mascara. So this is what the wand looks like. Normally I don't stray from my MAC Giga Black Lash, but I'm really liking it. And I did not curl my eyelashes today, but I've been so lazy that this is exactly what I would do on an everyday basis. Just like put in mascara on uncurled lashes. My lashes stick straight, although they are long. So if I can get a mascara that lifts them just a little bit and keeps them lifted, it's a winner. And I really like this one. It does feel kind of dry, so I do like that aspect. So that's one eye done. And then before I dip it in, I'm just gonna quickly coat. So now I'm gonna dip back in, and ooh, that comes off a lot on the brush. Do the tips of my left one, and that's it. I'm gonna skip my lower lashes. I just don't know how to put it on with the viewfinder. My mirror is so far away. Try my eyelashes. They were so long, especially on the bottom, that if I look down too much, my mascara will get on my under my eyes. So I'm really loving that mascara actually. I don't regret purchasing that at all. It is still dark enough that it kind of looks black, especially with my black eyelashes, but it's a little more, it's less dark and less in your face, especially when I want a natural color. So you know what I'm actually gonna do is I will swatch the brown on my hand, and then I'm also gonna swatch the Tom Ford brow gel on my hand. So this is the Tom Ford brow gel in the shade Taupe, and then this is the Chanel Inimitable Intense Mascara in the shade Brown. So the next things I am going to show you are my lip products. I bought Marc Jacobs lip liner in the shade Nudist. I bought the Lancome L'Absolute Lacquer in the shades 274. I think this is called Beige Sensation. 216. I don't remember what this one was called, but it's a peachy shade. And 344. And I don't remember this one, but it's a pink shade. So I love pink shades on my lips like this. And actually on my wedding day, I wore these two products. I'll swatch them all for you now, and I'll swatch them all for you now. So they are almost like a lipstick. I don't like to wear lip products normally. So this is 216, the peach. This is 274, the beige. And this is 344. Oh, this is a beautiful pink. I know it looks crazy, but I love just that cool tone bright pink. This is the Nudist lip liner. I loved a lip liner from Urban Decay called Wallflower for years. That was like the only lip product that I ever used up, and I was like desperately searching for a replacement because they discontinued it. And I really like this shade. It's nude. It's very comfortable on the lips. I can wear it all over my lips and it doesn't bother me. It lasts a while, and the color is just like perfect for my skin. I was looking for the perfect lip liner. This is it. This is my favorite lip liner now. I can swatch all of these lip products on my lips, and then I'll do the combination of these two that I wore on my wedding day. So let's do that now. I'll start with the beige because it's the lightest one, and I'll show you how I apply it. I don't apply it thick. It's like a gloss that stains your lips. It's such an amazing product. I have an issue with products making me like, I can taste every single lip product I put on. I think I might be like sensitive to lip products because my lips always peel when I put lipsticks and lip glosses on. This happens less so with this product, but I still can taste it, and I like that it's so lightweight like a gloss, but it just like stays on your lips for such a long time that like I don't have to reapply so often. So I really like this color in the summertime. In the winter, I feel like it just like, it makes me look a little like too like tired and dead looking, but this is okay. Not my favorite color. I'm gonna wipe this off. So this is the peach shade 216. Sometimes I'll mix this and the beige color together. This is super natural look when you just want like a little color to your face. I like wearing this one in the winter time. It gives me the little brightness that I want. This is how little I would apply on a daily basis too. So the next thing I'm going in with what is this combination that I wore on my wedding day. So lip liner first. and I kind of like to fill it in a bit. And even that by itself is super pretty. And this lip liner paired with all of these colors look really nice too. So 344 will go in with just like a little bit. And I kind of like it to stain, so I'm gonna leave it there. I love this lip combination. I want a red color in this line, but I barely wear lipstick, so it might be a waste. So I'll leave that on. The next thing I'm going to show you is this highlight from Rodin. This was a limited edition highlight from last year, I believe, or 2 years ago, but it's still available on the Rodin website, and that's where I bought it. I resisted it when it first came out, and it's such a beautiful case. It's not new because I've used it, but it's like, it's got a mixture of like a lavender, like baby pink with a champagne shade, and there used to be a mermaid on it. I don't think you can see it anymore. I'll try to get individual swatches for you, and then I'll do all together. This is all together. This is the pink, and this is the champagne. These are beautiful. So they have a new color too that was, actually this came out 2 years ago, I believe, but they had another color that came out last year that I was looking at to buy too, but I decided not to. These colors look so pretty on the face, but it's not a bam in your face kind of highlight. When I put it on, it looks great, but I feel like my skin eats the color, and it like the shine factor goes away after it's sat on my skin for a little while. So that's the only thing I don't like about this, but the shade is super pretty. It's super natural. I've gotten away with dusting it all over my skin for that kind of like glow all over, because there's no like super obvious like shimmer particles in here. It's a very finely milled natural highlight, but I don't think it's something that you should run out and get. I feel like it's beautiful, and when I first saw it, and when I continued to like research videos to find this, I felt like people were overhyping it maybe, and then when I got it, it's definitely beautiful. It's a beautiful compact, and I think that's what people love about it. But I don't think that the product is that good. And I'm not even crazy about like a bam in your face highlight, but if you're like, this is a limited edition product, that it's not something that you should pay extra money for. It's not something that you should get your heart broken if you can't find. I feel like there's so many other products on the market that look just like this. I mean, the Hourglass strobe lighting powders. I feel like even the Hourglass luminous ambient lighting powder gives a similar kind of shine to this. I have two Vesca bronzers to show you. I have Santorini and Diani. This is an Instagram brand that I was looking at because I was looking for a non-orange bronzer, and I came across these and I was so excited to use them. These have a really potent sunscreen smell, but it smells so good. I love the way sunscreen smells. It's that like banana boat kind of smell where it smells kind of like coconuts. But so here are the shades. Oops. Santorini and Diani. I couldn't figure out which one to buy because this is the second shade in the line, and this is the third shade. They have a really amazing shade range. They have a fair one that looks not orange at all, and then they go really dark. So they have, I think, 8 shades available, and I was so excited to try these because the colors look so nice, but they're so damn powdery. They look so blotchy when I put it on, and actually one time I put it on and it blended away to nothing. Like, you couldn't see anything except for, like, so my brush would be like here blending it, the product would end up here and down here, like the outside of where I was blending it, because it was that powdery. It just like kicked up, and it has nothing to like kind of stick to your skin in the formula. So I was really unhappy about that, but they have really great customer service. But I can't recommend these. I mean, if you're desperate for a super dark bronzer, I think that this might be a good one to try. Or also, I think if you are wearing a makeup base before putting these on, these might work better for you. I don't wear foundation, I don't wear primer, so I feel like these products don't have anything to stick to. If you're wearing foundation or primer, or a combination of those two, I think these would work well for you. I think because of that, it'll have something to stick to. I'm gonna show you swatches of them, but I don't want to apply them because I'm gonna do a Chanel try-on of all the blushes I have. So you see how, like, so I just blended it in right now, right? And that was with my finger, but a lot of it stayed on my finger, and they look a lot darker. They look a lot darker in the pan than they do on the face. But let me show you this again slowly. So this is Diani, and I will put it here. Oh, of course it doesn't do it when that happens, but this one blended a little bit better. Gonna make it a little darker. So you kind of see, I'm gonna put this down. Do you kind of see where right there, it's super like powdery? And it feels like silk. Like, these powders are super smooth. And I mean, this looks patchy in person. This looks darker here. And then it's hard to blend out, because in other spots like of your skin it'll stick, and then other spots it won't. And then look, it's still on my finger. So these are the 2 fingers I used, and then these are the 2 colors, so Santorini and Diani. You can get away with either of these shades if you're around my skin tone, but they're $30. They offer no returns. However, I did email their customer service and they refunded me the money. So that was really sweet of them. And I feel bad saying bad things about them in this video, but I mean, if you are looking for a powdery bronzer, I feel like these are a sheer pressed powder with bronzer pigment in it. And so if that's what you're looking for, because that kind of powder works well with the kind of makeup you use, it sticks well, then I think these would be a really great product for you. I think, what's her name, Jamie Page, loves them, and that's who I first found them on. And then I looked at Samantha Ravindal's video, and she also said it was super powdery, and I like the effect that it gives on the skin. And normally I don't even like a matte look, but I feel like this kind of gives like a matte glow to the skin. These are probably super similar to the new Charlotte Tilbury bronzers, but probably the Charlotte Tilbury might be a little bit better. But yeah, they have really great customer service, and thank you to Vesca for refunding me. But I can't confidently recommend them. And actually, my old favorite, I was looking to replace my old favorite bronzer, the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion bronzers. I have some still because I purchased them last November. I purchased 2 last November, but they are sold out on the website. They've been sold out, and I think they're discontinuing them. I also am over that gel powder texture. I'll show you one right here. this is the shade 25i, and this is when I want like a more orange kind of bronze look. I'll swatch it here. These are kind of hard to pick up, and then I'll swatch it here. But like, you see how much nicer that just deposits. And maybe I'll do a bronzer video, but this just looks so much more natural on the skin, and it applies so beautifully. But I'm kind of over that hard texture. I just want an easy, like, powdery bronzer, which is why I bought the Tom Ford Terra shade. And then I want something super natural. I don't want anything orange. I don't want anything red. I want something that's like neutral or with like a green undertone. So that's what I'm on the quest for. So the last things I have here to show you are 4 blushes. So I have the shades Rosacrin, In Love, Alizane, and Evening Beige. The only other Chanel blush I had in the past that I purchased last year was Golden Sun. That's now discontinued. So I decided I would try a bunch more because I love that formula. That was the only blush I pretty much used all year. I love NARS Madly, but I don't like the texture of it. I love the color of it, but I don't like the texture of it. I find myself never reaching for that anymore, and I used to only reach for that one. But I've been reaching for my Golden Sun like every single day since I got it. So I love the formula. I love how easy it is to apply. It's a very like sheer formula that just sticks to your skin. Where you put it, it lasts all day, and it has a rose scent to it. I love the smell of it. It makes me feel special when I use it. But I know a lot of people might be irritated by it, and I think Abby Bliss White mentioned that she gets like irritation on her cheeks when she uses them. I'm also going to be applying them in a separate video, in a Chanel swatch, like blush, in a Chanel blush swatch video that will be posted after this one. So hopefully I will get a Chanel jersey in the mail, but if not, I think I'm gonna purchase some other blushes, so I'll do like a second haul, and then hopefully I'll just like add those swatches in the swatch video if the jersey doesn't come today. But I'll just show you what they look like in the pan here now. So this is Rosacrin. It's a beige pink with like very neutral undertones. It applies cool on my skin tone, and I like cool tones like how I'm wearing on my lips now. For some reason, everything just turns warm on my skin. Once it hits my skin, it just turns warm. So I like a neutral. I love anything neutral because it'll just turn warm. Cool can cooler tones can be a hit or miss for me, but neutral I find is just perfect. So this is a beautiful shade, and it has no visible glitter in there, but on the skin it gives like a beautiful sheen, especially when you swatch it. You can kind of see the sheen, and on your cheeks you can kind of see like a barely there kind of sheen, but it looks just like skin. So this is a beautiful blush, but it's very light. I would say on depth wise, this is a light depth. It might not show up on you if you're darker than me, and I consider myself to be a medium light. The next color I have is In Love, and this one is almost like a salmon color, and it looks warm here, but I feel like it's also very neutral. This is another beautiful shade. It does not turn red on me. I don't like things that turn red either. And it's definitely not cool. I mean, it does kind of look cool, but it's like a salmon pink with like a tinge of brown in it. It's a super beautiful wearable shade. It looks pretty bright, especially like on swatches online, but when you look at them in the lineup at the Chanel counter, this looks super muted. So if you love a muted blush and you just want that pop of color, this would be perfect. This also has a little bit of shimmer in it, but it doesn't show up on the skin. It just looks like a natural skin finish. So this is the shade Alizane. It looks pretty neutral in this lighting, and actually when I'm looking at it now too, compared to, let's look at In Love. Compared to In Love, it does look neutral, but on my skin this looks so stark and orange, but it looks beautiful in the pen, and the sales associate said I needed to have it. I think what throws me off is like in this lighting, I don't think it's like showing that great. It looks rosy. That's exactly what it looks like in real life. It looks rosy with a bronze and red undertone. It throws me off. I think it's maybe that mauve rose color that throws me off. But anyway, this has like a lot of shimmer in the pan. I would say more so than In Love. In Love has just slightly less shimmer than Alizane. And on the face, Alizane gives the most beautiful glow. So I'm like torn about this one. I'm not sure if I love it. But you'll see in the swatch video how it looks on my skin. And lastly is the shade Evening Beige, and this one I was not gonna get until I went to, so I bought 2 of these blushes at Nordstrom, and I bought 2 of these blushes at Macy's because Nordstrom only had like 3 colors, and now I want to go back and get those other 2 colors. But so at Macy's I wasn't even looking at Evening Beige, but it looks like the most beautiful, like orange, I mean not orange, but like peachy with a hint of brown. That's what it looks like in real life. It's beautiful, and this I thought was going to be way darker and way more stark on my skin than Alizane, but this looks so much more natural on me, and I think you can even tell from like this, putting it here, it just looks more like the colors that are lying like within my skin. So this is beautiful. It also has shimmer in the pan, but it's similar to In Love where it barely shows up on the skin. This shows up less shimmery on the face. It looks almost matte compared to Alizane. Alizane, there's a visible sheen on your skin when you apply it, and you'll see in the next video that I post what it looks like. And so I will show you because they look so similar, or they have like similar depths. Yeah, so Alizane and Evening Beige. And you kind of see that like the Evening Beige looks just that much more natural than the Alizane. And the Alizane just, it kind of looks ruddy on me. If you have a cool skin tone, I think Alizane would be beautiful on you. If you are darker, I think both of these would look beautiful on you. But yeah, I'm just not convinced about Alizane. And just for the sake of this video, I will show you what what Golden Sun looks like. I love this blush. And even here, sometimes I don't like this blush because it can pull a little bit mauve on my skin, and I think it's like that almost rosy tone. So sometimes it looks peach, sometimes it looks mauve, depending on like the day, what I pair it with, what I'm wearing. And that kind of gives me similar vibes to Alizane. And so this is Golden Sun, this is Alizane. This just is a little bit more nude, more beige, and this is just more pungent. And this is almost as mauve as I want to get, so I think that's why I don't like this one so much. But again, if you have a cool skin tone, that might be perfect for you. So that's it for this video. Hopefully my haul will come in before I post it so I can just insert the clip. Hi, so I am inserting this clip from the future. I mentioned that I ordered the Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh Tint in the shade Medium Light, and I got that in the mail. Unfortunately, the blush in the shade Jersey from Chanel and the Tom Ford Terra bronzer are still lost. I contacted customer service and tracking hasn't been updated for both in the last like 4 days. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. We'll see. I'm probably just gonna upload another video later once I receive those products with like kind of a full face of new makeup probably. But I just wanted to show you too that I ended up returning the Chanel blush in the shade Alizane yesterday. So yesterday is the day I filmed, and I returned Alizane for Rose Bronze. Alizane was just a little too dark. I got the Rose Bronze, and then I also got these La Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue Gloss in the shade 144 Warm Beige. This actually wasn't on the tester, like just like sitting out there. I wanted a different shade. I can't remember what it was, and she was trying to find it. It was sold out, and then she was just opening up all the boxes of names that she recognized that people liked, and this was one of them. And so she recommended to me to get this, and I love this. And then the next thing I got was the Bare Minerals Endless Summer Bronzer in the shade Faux Tan. I was looking for a bronzer that had like an olive undertone, and this is what came up. So I am going to be doing a different video with a try-on haul with like the base products. I'll do a full face of makeup, and I'll use this in that video as well. I almost didn't get it because I thought Terra was gonna come, but this and Terra were high on my list to try, and so I'm not a pancake person, and I don't like pancakes because, I mean, people like to pair it with syrup, and I hate the smell of syrup. And this smells like syrup. It's that like self-tanner smell that most of the people who like this review it, you know, that's what they smell. It smells like maple syrup. It's disgusting. So I'm gonna leave this open and hopefully that will like go away. But it's a really good color. I tried it yesterday and I think I really like it. And then the last thing I got was the Tom Ford brow gel in the shade Granite. So I purchased taupe first, and I was liking it. At first I tried it on and I didn't really like it, and then it was growing on me if I used like way less. And I loved how full it made my brows, but the color was just a little off. So I bought the shade Granite and I tried it yesterday, but I think the color is still off. It matches my eyebrows like completely because they're just jet black, but my hair is a lot lighter than my eyebrows, and the shade Espresso is sold out everywhere. I also don't know if this is worth it, so I am gonna use these and probably make a review video on these later, but I don't know if this is worth it because, I mean, if you have like, I don't have the fullest brows. Amanda M, I think that's the last initial of her name, but Amanda on YouTube has the most beautiful eyebrows, and I go to her recommendations and I'm like, yes, I want that. But I'm not sure how well it'll work because I do have a lot more sparse areas like up at the top and right there. This eyebrow is like my really great eyebrow. It doesn't really give me any trouble. And I think she loves the Glossier Boy Brow, but I am so stubborn. I don't like to buy products that are being hyped up. So for the longest time, a lot of people were talking about the Boy Brow, and I just resisted to purchase it. So I'm thinking about that now, and also the Milk Makeup Kush Brow or something like that. It's like a fiber brow gel. I feel like that might be super similar to this. But I'm not sure. Brows are brows. I feel like brows are so boring, but I want them to look nice, right? So I don't know. If you have a recommendation for something to kind of like easily fill in the sparsity. That's why I like this. It's super easy to fill in your brows and make them look more voluminous without having to use any other product. And I feel like if you have even less brow hairs than me, you'll get a similar result with using this kind of brow product. But just for the sake of this video, I will put the granite on one side and then the taupe on the other. And maybe I'll do the granite on the side that needs the most help, just to give it a fair shot, because taupe just looks like I have foundation in my eyebrow that I haven't wiped out. And I think that one might be going back. And I actually can't like feel and then the problem with this brow is it's so sparse that you kind of have to press down on the brow brush to get the pigment onto your skin, which is great if you have a good color, but this color just makes my eyebrows look so dark. I actually kind of like it though, but they look black. What do you think? I'm gonna put the taupe shade in this brow. And if you like the taupe shade, let me know, but I'm just so confused. I feel like espresso would have been the perfect shade, but it's sold out everywhere. Okay, so that's the shade taupe. I just love how easy that was. Like, I don't have to use any other product, but the colors are just off. And I thought about mixing them, and I tried mixing them yesterday, and it looked a little like it was too much product. So maybe I will just put granite on this side just to see if it helps a little bit, because I'm thinking if I use the taupe where I'm sparse and then just the granite on like the rest of my eyebrows to kind of like make it not look like there's makeup in my hair and to make it look like there's not makeup in my eyebrow, maybe that would work. And I'm just gonna apply this very lightly, but I also feel like this is so expensive. So that's the two shades combined, and I actually think I like that the best. So for now, that's what I'll do. But I mean, if you have another recommendation for brow products, please let me know. I think this is way too expensive for me to justify continue purchasing, and I go through brow products all the time because that's my favorite thing to do on my face. I will always put on a brow gel or like any brow pencil. I love the not brow pencil, brow pen. I love the MAC Shape and Shade, but the color I have completely died. I had to throw it out, and it was a little too light. So then I'm looking now for an alternative to the MAC. I think I'm considering the Glossier Boy Brow, but I also want to look for the best value for money. This is not the best value for money. If you've tried these and the Milk Kush Brow, the Milk Kush Brow is better value for money. And if these are similar to that, I think I want to try that one, but yeah, I don't know. Please let me know if you have any experience with any of these brow products, because I kind of need guidance. And then I think I did mention it in the clip I filmed yesterday, but I'm looking for a clear brow gel that kind of like holds my brows into place, because they are, if I put a shirt on, my brows will come back down. It happened every single time with the Anastasia brow gel. That was not strong enough to hold my brows. And this one is a little better. I feel like because it's like a pomade kind of texture, it it is a little stickier. So I feel like this does, it held up for the last couple days really well. So I really like it. I don't want to like it. Can you tell? I don't want to like this. It's so expensive. So that's all for this haul. I don't plan on purchasing anything else unless I get any brow recommendations, and if I ever get those 2 products in the mail. So if I do purchase anything else, I'm just gonna film another haul. This has been a long overdue haul because it had products from like way before. But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a full face of makeup using a lot of these products. If you have products in this video that you want me to try on specifically, please let me know, and then I'll use those products in the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for my blush swatch video. I'm gonna swatch it on my skin, but I'm also gonna swatch them on my cheeks. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.